we're using marriage as a way to fulfill obligatory duties in life because we don't have the patience, we don't have the communication skills, we don't have the selflessness to learn somebody else and give of ourselves enough to where we're forming genuine bonds with people where they want to do for us the things that we're trying to pay and bribe them to do through marriage. If she responds to you, inbox.
Hey,
Hey,
she giving y'all game, dog. Listen, pay attention, bro. Pay attention. She giving y'all game. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, that was it. And not just not a thumbs up, not a heart, an actual response. Like, hey, yeah, that was a really, yeah, I love that picture. And I was da 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 da. And if it goes back and forth like 2 or 3 comments, inbox.
Inbox all day. Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah.
And that's when you start that's when you start your questioning.
Okay. 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 Let's say that's Hakeem. Hakeem and Shay are now, he jumped in the inbox. That happened. He jumped in the inbox. And he's starting his questioning. What's the first line of questioning? I think we covered this though.
You
Um,
say, what is the first line of questioning that men want to know?
where your location? Where you live at?
Right. And if I
Uh,
go ahead.
yeah, where you live at? See, the thing is, man, I wouldn't even get into questioning. That's true, true. I'm interested to getting married. I just want to have some conversation with you first. Let me see where you at.
That's
Because
a
to
red
me, to
flag
get
when
it,
it comes to Muslimas because a Muslima is two paths. She's either going to shut you down with the extra conversation because it's not public. How you can have the extra conversation publicly on the posts, go back and forth, let her entertain your conversation publicly. But when it goes switches over to private, you have to respect the Muslima's path that a lot of women don't talk to men directly. It's wakil, 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 wakil. All right. So you have to respect that. So you have to ask questions first and foremost. Like, uh, I know we had been having conversations on the post. Is it okay if I inbox you? Do you accept messages, personal messages? I know that you're Muslima. Uh, I had a couple of posts with you, a couple of conversations with you via post. I respect you as a Muslima. I would like to get to know you. What is the best path for this? Would you like, can you, would you like to give me your Wakil's number? Or have you been married and divorced before where you can speak for yourself initially? Like you want to ask the question when it comes to a Muslima. Now, if she's not a Muslima, then I mean, she's not going to have that initial criteria. But if you're a Muslim man and you're looking for a Muslim woman, you always have to give her that question at the beginning to allow her to understand that you respect either choice that she has made. Whether she's not going to speak to a man because she's never been married, she has a wakil, she has a wali, you know what I'm saying? They're in place to take the initial inquiries, but she'll talk to you publicly on posts. You know what I'm saying? She'll converse, and that's how a woman lets you know that she's at least a little bit interested, is that she
Mhm.
keeps up conversation with you and doesn't just give you a thumbs up or a like. She talks back. But then, on the other end is where you inbox her and she may be like, okay, well, I can talk to you because I've been married a couple times or once or twice, and I can speak for myself initially to just give you a rundown. So thank you. I appreciate you giving me that respect. And no, I can give you my initial. I can speak to you initially, or no, I don't speak to men privately. Here's my Wakil's number to proceed.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. I mean, it makes sense.
It's just a safety guard. I mean, you have to understand. I mean, it depends on what kind of Muslima you're talking to or
That's
you're
true.
trying to get to know.
That's true.
Because you don't want to scare her off by being non-considerate of the proper path to follow when it comes to Wakils and Walis.
Um. All right. So What's Shay's situation? What's Shay's situation? Has she been married before? Have we decided that?
And we didn't decide that, but I could say just for the conversation purposes, yeah, she's been married before. She can speak on her own behalf initially to understand, So yeah, so he's in her inbox.
Right. Yeah, he's in her inbox. Let's just say, he's asking where she's from. He 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 asks those questions if she can't speak for herself, just out of respect. She says, yes, I can speak for myself. Let's say Hakeem has as his profile, she's done checked them out already too. She checked them out. In fact, she might be checking them out while they're talking with each other. For his profile picture, he has that he's from Chicago. Like he lives in Chicago. And let's just say she's, I don't know, what's that? She's in a closer state where he is. So in conversation, he says something like, yeah, I moved to London about a year ago. I just haven't changed my profile picture, and I don't know how long I'm going to be here. I'm here working.
Mhm.
I'm here in Europe working, or in London working. I'm studies. I'm studying. I'm getting my studies together. Um, does Shay continue does Shay continue to proceed? Because he seems like a really nice guy. She checked his profile picture. He's saying the right things, but the location is horrible.
If she wants someone in her life, in her vicinity, then that's a decision she has to make right then and there. How she's going to respond with, how long are you going to be there? Do you
Mhm.
travel? Do you travel, Yeah, she has to ask all those questions to see if he's even traveling back and forth or if that's his location. And then if that's his location, she needs to know, okay, well, you're trying to speak to me for marriage, so are you trying to find someone to move there with you? Like you want to relate, you're speaking to me for relationship purposes, I'm assuming.
Yes, I am.
So, right. So, are you trying to find someone to move there to be with you, or are you trying to move back when you finish your studies? And how long is that? And all of those questions will ultimately give you a understanding of, do you want to be patient or not?
No, I actually my mom still lives in Chicago. Hakeem's mom, he still lives in Chicago. She still lives in Chicago. And I wanted to marry you so you could maybe take care of her.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna
So
take
this is
care of you. I mean, I'm gonna take care of you and everything, but I need you to move it with my mom to take care of her.
it's a job
Um,
offer. This is a job offer. Okay. Yeah, you want to find a live-in nurse to help your
I mean,
mom.
no, I mean, I no, she's up. She can walk around and stuff like that. She's there alone, and I need somebody there with her.
Okay, well, I can give you a great service that will send someone every day to hang out with your mom if that's what she needs. That's not actually my career field. So I don't think I would be great at, fulfilling that need in your life. It seems like more of a business arrangement than any type of proposal. So I would recommend you finding someone to fulfill that service.
I mean, I could come and see you, 3 times a year right now, and I can stay for like a month at a time.
Oh, okay. Well, don't do me no favors because that doesn't really fit the criteria that I have for my future relationship. But I appreciate you trying to make, those types of concessions for me. Again, I'm not interested in this job offer, but I can recommend
It's
some.
marriage. It's marriage.
No, it's not. I would like for people to start calling things what they are and not trying to rename them to make it fit into what people hope it could be. This is a job offer.
All right, sister. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum salam rahmatullah.
I said that because that's a real thing.
I know,
Like,
I
that's
know. And that's my real response. That is
that's
my response.
yeah. I just heard that. I was like, what for real?
Because
It's a real
honestly,
thing.
honestly, there are sisters these days that would take that offer. because
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
they don't really need a man.
Mm.
And so they're like, oh, okay, you'll pay me to, okay, no problem. I'll go. And you'll show up when? Okay, not often. Great. And I
That's
don't have to,
perfect
oh,
for her.
yeah, perfect
Right.
for her.
It's perfect for her.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
it's not a marriage. It really is a marital business offer contract. It really is. It's
Mm.
basically you're hiring her to be there for whenever. And you know yourself as a man that you're probably going to have another wife in your location where you're at because you don't want to be by yourself and you're not going to just go without, you know. It's just, oh my gosh, this is going to lead me on a tangent and I'm about to climb up on a soapbox. Oh gosh. All right, here we go. Ladder, please. So, marriage in Islam is now falling into a couple of categories, but this category of hired help is growing. And the category of employer husbands is growing.
Wow.
And it's starting to make me cringe because it's like we're using marriage as a way to fulfill obligatory duties in life because we don't have the patience, we don't have the communication skills, we don't have the selflessness to learn somebody else and give of ourselves enough to where we're forming genuine bonds with people where they want to do for us the things that we're trying to pay and bribe them to do through marriage.
Wow.
Because we're such a narcissistic society of what can you do for me, we feel as though we can lay out a marriage criteria and have it like in a job check application checklist. Are you proficient in Microsoft? Check. Can you balance the budget sheet? Check. You know what I'm saying? It's starting to become like that instead of two people finding that they really want to be together and they really like each other and they really have things in common and they laugh and they giggle, and it's
Yeah.
like all that's going away because I think
It's a business.
and I don't know why. I'm not going to say I know why, but it's just really disheartening.
It is. It is. It's a business. Um, there's no there is no love. Like you said, there's no time for love to form because you jump into the marriage expecting this person to do this, or yeah, you expect jump into marriage with the expectations of what the person should be doing. I mean, you do that anyway, but as far as business wise, you gonna pay all the bills, you gonna take care of my mama, that type of stuff, and it doesn't give love a chance to grow, because love doesn't it don't start from the beginning. You looked at this person with a mission, like this person, an employee. You looked at this person with like she or he was an employee, and that's how you bring him to the relationship. There was no genuine love there. So yeah,
It can't
I
form
agree. It's getting
because
bad. It's getting bad. Oh shit, maybe
yeah,
it's always been. Nah, I ain't gonna say it's always been that, but it's bad. It's bad. I agree.
I'm not gonna okay, it's bad now. And there has always been instances because, like subhanAllah, we always take it back to even the wives of the Prophet, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. There were there was a wife of his that, gave up all her rights just to be married to the Prophet,
Mhm.
just to say she was married to the Prophet. And I think that we take situations, circumstantial situations, and we start to make them norm. And that's where we've kind of gotten off track to where we have all these expectations, what my rights are, my rights, my rights, my rights, my rights, my rights, and expectation upon expectation And it just really kills the field that love grows in. It kills it. It just completely
Mm,
destroys the whole field. The
that is beautiful. It kills the field that love grows in. Yes, it does. It does. Wow. Nah, I'm just, it's a beautiful thought. It's a beautiful
oh,
thought. I see the visual on it.
it's a
Mm,
terrifying thought.
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
It
you
kills
know,
the field that love grows in.
and honestly,
Expectations.
this is something we have to learn. We have to learn, like, you know, you should have your top criteria, but don't go into a marriage thinking, what can this person do for me?
Mm,
And that's, it's not that you don't want them to do for you. It's that don't go into the marriage like, what can you do for me?
hmm hmm
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well,
No.
that's it. That's where we are. But you know what? You know what? The way this thing is set up, people looking for help, man. Like for real, people looking for help, and I would say that the society is pushing them to be that way.
Help how?
What can you do for me? Financially, but mostly financially.
Okay, well, let's give people a different talking point then. Instead of going into it, ladies, and saying, what kind of job you got, how much you make every year, what can my maintenance be? Da 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 da. Instead of going into it like that, what if we pretended, let's just pretend that we actually had to take care of ourselves inside of the marriage, and that you could only choose the person that you actually like, get along with, laugh and joke with, all of that. You can't choose someone based upon their income. Because sisters, I mean, if the sisters are single, they're basically taking care of themselves anyways at this point, because they're single. So who else is taking care of them? Themselves. So if you're already taking care of yourself and you're getting married because you want that man to pay for everything in your life so that you don't have to work or have a, free ride, again, I'm imploring that you're going to lose from the beginning, because a man is not going to take care of something that he feels like he's being pushed into a corner to take care of.
Mm.
He's going to take care of something he loves, something he cherishes, something he values.
That's who you gonna go hard for. Yeah, absolutely.
So be cherishable, be valuable, not value as, what can I do for you, sir? Anything that you like, not valuable like that. Valuable like, he's doing something, contribute, give positive feedback. Valuable like, be a friend. Like, you know what a friend is. You know how you have that friend that's always there, ride or die for you, always got your back with whatever you want to do, will stay on the phone with you for hours just to talk about an idea, will, go to the store with you 8 times because you forgot something each time for a project you're working on. Like, someone who's boots on the ground with you, someone who's really putting in the mental and the physical uh, uh, contributions into what you're doing. That's what you want to find. If you don't have that, you don't have a marriage. It's going to end.